Hello, good day. I'm Azman Summer.
I'm Joanne Chan.
I'm Razima Ibrahim.
Hi, I'm Usha here.
I'm Shahada Zulkifli.
We're from Silverstone. Today we'll be talking on oligopoly of telecommunication provider here in Malaysia. But before we go deeper into the telco industry, I would like to explain the definition of oligopoly. So oligopoly is actually a market that is being dominated by 10 or less companies. So basically, there are few companies that hold the major share in the market. That's it for telco industry. I would like to give it to Joanne Chan.
In the past, mobile phones only served the purpose of making and receiving calls. Over the years, the technology innovation has caused major evolution in mobile phones. The introduction of smartphones has changed the demand of telco services such as the broadband services, the data packages, and this has caused the demand of data plan increase rapidly over the last few years. In Malaysia, the telco industry are mainly dominated by a few main players such as Maxis, Digi, Celcom, U-Mobile, and Telecom Malaysia. Because there are only a few firms in the market, they are considered as the oligopoly companies. Usually, in this market structure, the competitors among the main players, they prefer to actually cooperate rather than competing fiercely among themselves. And this has actually caused a very high barrier to entry for the new competitor. Later on, my teammate is going to explain in terms of how this market structure works and how it impacts on the pricing when they choose to cooperate.
Hi, so I'm gonna talk about market oligopoly in terms of services and price on how it works. Telco's company is a few large producer because the market model they cover up so many areas. The concept comes when small company like TuneTalk, Red One, and others, they are enjoy roughly equal share of market as well. They also be a price maker, but the end they cannot mark up the price because they will lose their customers. The small gap in terms of price, but they have to work a lot on the product development that differentiate between them. But the dilemma comes when they have to either they have to cooperate or they want to compete among themselves, because it can be a scary part if they cooperate and become monopoly. Definitely they will control the price. So my friend is gonna talk about the recommendation on the new business.
Hi. Okay, I'm going to talk about a recommendation for the new startup business. Okay, so the most important factor to consider when planning to start up business under telecommunication in Malaysia is economics of scale. Why economics of scale is important? Few things to consider for the new startup is the challenges such as insufficient sales, small market share, and also in terms of the experience. Furthermore, oligopolies like Telecom Malaysia, Celcom, Digi, and Maxis can prevent or give tough competition in terms of pricing, advertising, and also market segment to these new starters. So again, I would like to say is that the most important factor to consider to start up the business under telecommunication industry in Malaysia is economics of scale. Now, my friend Zima will conclude.
Alright, now here comes the conclusion part where I will conclude every of my team members' point previously. But from my point of view, regarding this telecommunication industry and oligopoly, it seems like clearly to be the telco provider, for example like Maxis, Telecom and Celcom, and few more listed in the industry, to be an oligopoly in the industry. This provider has set up to be looked and considered the reaction among the provider to determine their profit amongst themselves. They has the powers that to set up their own marginal profits, as can be seen clearly at Malaysia as an oligopoly. That's all from me. Alright, bye bye.
That's it. Talk to you the next one.